Dear students, Namaste. I want to continue the chapter Real Number System today also. I started a real number in previous class, and in this class I want to derive some concept. Then after I want to do some questions from your textbook, Business Mathematics, MK publication. So for this one, yeah, uh, theorem related to absolute value. I want to give you some concept related to absolute value. So it is absolute value, numerical value, or it is said to be modulus. So you can understand it is easily by it is the distance. So distance is always positive. So you should have that distance positive. So you are going to take it is positive value. For this one, if a is a positive real number, then absolute of x is less than 1. It implies that it must be minus a and plus a, in between minus a and plus a x lies in. So you can write down this in just opposite also. If you have minus a is less than x is less than a, then you can write down it is absolute of x is less than a. So you have one statement here, and you can write down two statement here. One is if x absolute is less than a, then it implies x lies in between minus and plus a. So from this, I want to give you solution of this one. That is, how can you prove this one? If x is a positive, that is x is less than a, then you can say it is x is positive. Then if x is negative, minus x is less than a also, then combining both results, then minus a is less than x is less than a. So this is your result. Don't forget. So note, if x absolute is less than a, it implies that x lies in between minus a and plus a. If x lies in between minus a and plus a, you must write down x absolute is less than a. Don't forget, if any number, if x is here and if this is any number and absolute of x is less than a, then you should write down that x variable lies in between minus a and plus a. Similarly, if you have a number x, it is in between minus a and plus a, then you can write down this x in the sense of absolute of x is less than a. So if you have this condition, then you can write down this is said to be it is with absolute value sign, and another this is without absolute value sign. You can change a number with absolute to without absolute sign by this way, and you can change without absolute to absolute by this way. If you have a number, same number, and minus and plus is there, and you have a x in between them, then you can write down x absolute is less than a. Then if x absolute is less than a, write down this a in both direction. In left hand side minus and right hand side plus, and you should write down x in middle. So this is your concept. Don't forget, you can use these two concepts in your exercise. Example, I want to give you example. If x absolute is less than 4, then you should write down minus 4 and plus 4, and in between x is there. And if you have x is in between minus 3 and plus 3, then you can write down x absolute is less than 3. So this is your example, and don't forget, how can you convert this absolute value sign without absolute value sign, and how can you change this without absolute value sign to absolute value sign. Now, today I will discuss two questions, question number 4 and 5. In these two questions, you can convert this without absolute value. Rewrite the following without absolute value sign, so it is absolute value sign, and change this absolute value sign without absolute value sign. And in question number 5, you have it is without absolute value sign, then you can convert this with absolute value sign. So these two questions are just a reverse. Question number 4 and 5, these two are just reverse. So I'll discuss these two questions. Okay, students, remember which questions I did here, left this question, you should write down these questions, and which one is left there, this is your homework. So you should do all the your questions. Now question number 4, rewrite the following without absolute value sign. It is x absolute is less than a. Suppose it is x and you can write down this number in between, and in between bit of it is -2 and +2. It is from our theorem. Theorem here, x absolute -3 is less than 2. By absolute value theorem, you can write down this one. X absolute is less than a implies -a less than x is less than a. So you can write down here it is 2. So you write down -2 in left hand side and +2 right hand side. In middle, you should write down x minus 3. Now you got it is -2 is less than x minus 3 is less than 2. Now remove this 3. Here is a minus sign. To remove this minus, you should add by +3. So +3 +3 +3. It is -2 +3 x minus 3 +3 and 2 +3. You should add 3 in all sides. Then you'll get it is 1, it is x, and it is 5. So this is your answer, required answer, which is in the without absolute value sign. Okay, any for again you should confirm this one. -2 is here, +2 is here. How can you write down this one? So 2 is here, so write down 2 in left hand side and write down +2 and right hand side, and remove this +3 by +3, adding +3 all terms. Then you got +1 is less than x is less than 5. So this is your solution, which is your required answer. After this, I want to do question number 3 of this one. This is also exactly same. Now for this one, solution here, this equation, and we know this is your theorem. Then you can write down here -4 +4 and middle this term. Now first remove 5. Remove 5, that means here is +5. You should -5 from all terms. -5 -5 -5. Then you got -9 is less than 3x is less than -1. Here is in multiplication. You should do just opposite. Here is multiplication. To remove this multiplication, you should do divide by 3. So divide by 3, divide by 3, divide by 3. Then you got it is -3, it is x, and it is -1 by 3. So your answer is this one. So your important part is how can you remove this 5? First, you have plus sign, then you should do minus, and here is multiplication, and you should do by divide. If you have multiplication, you should do divide. If you have divide, you should do multiply. If you have minus, you should do plus. If you have plus, then you should do -5. Like this way, you should remove that. You can solve this by using this method. And next question, for this one, I want to give you a classwork. It is 2x minus 5 is less than 3. So you can do it. Is also your homework. Now I want to take this question. I want to take this question, and how can you find out this answer? So I want to do just opposite, but you can't write down this just previous position. So you can use here some concept. So try to catch this concept and you can follow this one. Now I want to give you example. How can you convert this without absolute value sign to absolute value sign here? So your example, I want to give you exactly same this example. Now reversing of question number 4. It is 4 first. You have answer 1 is less than x is less than 5. Now for this, you should remember your process, and you should take first and last term 1 and 5 and do sum of these two, adding extreme numbers 1 and 5. It is equal to 6. Then you should do divide by 2. You take here two numbers, so divide by 2. So 3 is your answer here. So don't forget to take the sum of first and last term and divide by 2. It is your 3. Then after you should subtract 3 on all sides. From all sides, from here, from here, from here, you should do minus 3. Then you got, it is 1 minus 3, x minus 3, and it is, okay, yeah. Here, I want to give you, it is not helping. Now it is, yeah. Uh, Question number, reversing of question number 4. So I want to give you again, yeah. Subtracting 3 from on all terms sides. So 1 minus 3, x minus 3 is less than 5 minus 3. You should subtract these 3 from here, from here, from here. Now you got minus 2 is less than x minus 3 is less than 2. Now we get here, it is 2, it also 2. Here is minus, here is plus. You got same term, then you can use your absolute value sign. Then you can use your absolute value sign. Now it is from the absolute value sign, minus a is less than x is less than a, it implies that x absolute is less than a. Now you can write down here, it is x minus 3 is less than absolute is less than 2, so it is your required answer. Now you got exactly same answer of question number 4. So this is way to solve this one. Don't forget, I want to do again, revise. Take the sum of first and last two numbers. So 1 and 5. You should take the sum of 1 and 5, first and last number. It is your 6. And divided by 2 for all your questions, okay? And subtract that number from all sides. Then after you will get exactly same number to left hand side and right hand side. Then use absolute value sign and you will get this answer. Now I want to do question number 5. Rewrite the following using absolute value sign. It is your question. Minus 1, minus 4 is less than x is less than minus 1. Now take the sum of first and last term. It is your question. Adding extreme values, minus 1, minus 4, it is minus 5, and divided by 2, it is minus 5 by 2. Then subtracting minus 5 by 2 on all sides. Now it is minus 4 minus minus 5 by 2. So you should subtract this result, okay? This result subtracting. So minus minus x minus 5 by 2 and minus 1 minus minus 5 by 2. Then after you should do multiply these two minus and plus. It is minus minus plus minus minus plus. It is minus minus plus. Then after you got, it is 4 to 8 minus 8 plus 5 by 2 is minus 3 by 2, and you got it is plus 3 by 2, and the same term it is x plus 5 by 2. Then after it is a take LCM of middle term, it is 2x plus 5 by 2. You have 2 2 2 on denominator, so it is division. You should remove this 2 by taking multiplying by 2. Now multiplying by 2 on all sides. Now by 2 by 2 by 2. Then these two gone, these two gone, these two gone, these two gone. Then you got minus 3 is less than 2x plus 5 is less than or equals 3. You got exactly same number to left hand side and right hand side of 2x plus 5. So you can write down this in absolute value sign. Now from absolute value sign, minus a is less than x is implies that is less than a, implies that x absolute is less than a. Now you got 2x plus 5 is less than or equals 3. It is your required answer. So this is simple, and don't forget what is your process. Then you can find out you are right in if you got this same number on left hand side and right hand side. You got minus 3 and plus 3. So you got exactly right answer. So you can understand by this way. After this, your classwork, you can write on this. It is question number 5. Rewrite the following using absolute value sign. This one, first and second. And another, your homework is rewrite without absolute value sign. These two. These are important questions. These questions are important. These questions came in your examination, board examination. So you should do these questions. So these are your classwork and homework. Then after rewrite after value sign. This also I want to give you this one. It is your revision for you. For you. And another question also you have. And finally, I want to say thank you. I did only two questions. Okay, thank you.